Okay. Hello, yogis. Thanks for being here. So, apparently, you read my headliner to my email about what we're working on this week during our anatomy series, and we're working on the core. So, I'm glad it didn't scare you away because I know that sounds daunting. There's a lot of elements to the core, and people, when they think about core, they think about these six-pack muscles that we all have somewhere under this flesh. That's part of your core, but your core is also, it's your whole trunk, really. It's your back. And today we're working on the obliques, the side muscles of our body, internal and external obliques, a lot of twisting, some side crunches. So, and we'll work on the six pack later. So we're going to work on the core for a couple weeks now, and then the back will come. So that's what you can expect for today's practice. But let's not anticipate anything right now. Let's just concentrate within with our yoga breath. Close your eyes, start breathing, and start noticing your breath, following your breath. Breath awareness. And just turn all your thoughts into yourself and your breath. And then start with just your normal chest breathing and just be aware of your chest rising and falling with every breath. And then gradually expand your breath to make it fuller and deeper, going down to your rib cage, opening the ribs. And then continuing to go fuller and deeper down to the belly, inflating the belly. And then don't forget about the back of your lungs. Pretend you have angel wings. And as you inhale, sprout those angel wings open. If you think it, it will happen. Get a rhythm in your head for each inhale and exhale. And then maybe experiment with a little pause between each inhalation and each exhalation. Just a beat or two. The pausing of your breath after each inhale and each exhale serves as just to help you get your breath a little bit longer and deeper. A little bit of pause helps you breathe a little deeper. And as you continue your deep yoga breath, realize that this is the most important thing you're going to do for yourself today. Let's finish up one last very long, very slow, very deep yoga breath. And then bring your breathing back to normal. And then let's please take a breath together and Om in. Om. Om Balu, Satguru, Bhagavan Ki. The divine is the inner teacher. All righty. So let's start with our asana practice with Dandasana pose, and have a strap with a little loop in it handy, just in case you're going to want to use it. And I'll show you when that will be. So starting in Dandasana, staff pose, bring your arms by your sides. Feet are flexed, pointed up, knees are pointed up, and then tilt that pelvis forward so you feel that arch in your lower back. And then just let your hands dangle by your sides. And now bring your shoulders up to your ears, and then back, and then down, and then again up to your ears, and then back, and then down, and once more up to your ears, and then back, and then down, and just puff that chest forward like a proud pigeon. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up with your fingertips. Exhale, let your right hand float down, and we'll begin our obliques, opening right now, our left obliques, stretching open. Bring the left shoulder back, maybe even look up, keep your feet flexed and your legs active. And then inhale, pull up. Exhale, down. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes on the outside of the leg, right hand behind you. Keep your spine vertical as you twist, and keep pushing that pelvis forwards. Try to keep that neutral lumbar curve here. Don't let your lower back collapse. And take several breaths here. So when we're twisting, we'll do a lot of twisting today. Twisting is really good for your spine, but it's also strengthening your oblique muscles. Anything core protects your spine. Pretty much all the muscles that surround your spine are considered core. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Namaste, hands at heart center. Inhale, up. Exhale, let the left arm float down, and let's open the right rib cage, reaching over, bringing the right shoulder back, looking up underneath your arm. Breathe, keep your legs active. And then inhale, push up, and then back down. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand comes on the outside of the leg. Left hand behind. Keep your feet flexed. Keep your neck long. Keep your shoulders down from the ears. Inhale slowly back to center. Take your hands behind you, fingers pointing toward your feet. Keep your feet flexed. And we're just going to open our chest. Push your chest up toward the ceiling. Lean back onto your hands. Push your pelvis forward and arch your back. Open the chest. Bring your shoulder blades together on your back. Keep control of your head. A couple of breaths here. This is similar to our cow pose. And then come all the way up, back to center. Bend the knees here. And then we'll do a sitting cow pose. So we're going to bring our forehead to the knees, hug your knees, tuck your tailbone, and shoot your spine backwards in a C shape. Feel your vertebra open. Feel your shoulder blades separate. Even though you're squeezing your knees, try not to crunch up your neck. Push your shoulders down. And then slowly come back upright. Extend your legs. Take your right knee, bend your right knee in, and have your belt handy here. Take your left arm, hug the knee in, inhale, right arm forward, exhale, twist. So make sure your left leg stays active, left foot stays pointed up. Spine is vertical as you twist. Okay, so now here's where your belt may come in handy. We're going to reach down and grab the outside edge of our right foot, or we're going to loop the belt around the right foot and grab the belt, because here's where we're going. We're just going to keep the twist and extend the leg long. So if you can't extend it by holding your foot, that's what the belt's there for. It's an extension of your arm. You can keep twisting, keep your left foot active by flexing it. And then once you're here in the twist, maybe you can lift your back hand off the mat. And that just helps you use your oblique muscles a little bit more to control the twist. Okay, now rebend that knee. Keep the belt on the foot if you're using the belt. Take your left foot, put it on top of your right ankle, and then you're going to grab your belt on your foot, or you're going to grab your right foot again, and you're going to lean backwards onto your hand for support, and then straighten your legs again. So your right foot is supporting your left foot, your left leg, and you're continuing to twist. This is called a twisted boat pose, Parivrtta Navasana. And once you're here, if you want to experiment lifting your back hand off the mat, you can try that. It really uses a lot of oblique muscles. Really engage your belly here. And then rebend. Bring your feet back down and reestablish your Dandasana. Reset the spine, pelvis tilts forward, feet pointing up, knees pointing up, chest open, shoulders down. Bend the left knee in. Take the right arm, hug the left knee to the chest. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist all the way around. Plant the hand behind you. Keep your spine straight. Keep your right foot flexed. Think about bringing your right rib cage around to the left side of your body. Okay, here's where we reach down, grab the outside of that foot, or use the strap on that foot and grab your strap. And then we're going to extend the left leg so we can keep twisting, keep twisting. So this is called the heron pose. Keep twisting, and keep your right foot flexed. So your left hand is behind you for support. And once you're here in your twist, if you want to lift your left hand off the mat, and it just engages your belly muscles a little bit more. Okay, rebend that knee. Now we're going to take the right ankle, place it on top of the left. Re-grab the strap or your left foot, lean back into your left hand so that you can straighten your legs now. So your right leg is on top of your left. Your left leg is supporting your right leg as you twist. And then once you're balanced here, if you want to lift your back hand off the mat, experiment with that. Try not to let your lower back collapse here. Parivrtta Navasana, this is called. Okay, rebend everything. Come back up to center. And then please come onto hands and knees into table pose. Have your padding as needed for your knees. And then inhale with a flat back. Exhale, bring your bottom down towards your heels. Feel the stretch in your spine. Inhale, back to table. Exhale into your cat back. So tuck the toes, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Everything is tucked. You're arching your back toward the ceiling, pushing the mat away so you feel your blades separate on your back. And then inhale very slowly through your nose and untuck everything. Untuck the toes, untuck the tailbone, untuck the chin. Drop the belly down, reach your head forward, tailbone back, and push the shoulders back toward the back end of your mat. And then exhale again, very slowly through the nose. Make the breath last as you retuck everything. Toes, tail, chin, back to your cat. And then inhale through your nose, slowly make the breath last as you untuck again everything and come into your cow. Belly goes down, shoulders go to the back of the mat. And then back to neutral table. Inhale, exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. So now we're going to take our left elbow and touch the right knee. So do what you can here. And we're going to extend hand and leg to the balancing table, but we're not going to stay here right now. Then we're going to bend the elbow again and bring the right knee again in, touch elbow to knee, and then slowly extend back out, arm and leg. And once again, elbow comes to the right knee, and then extend again to your balancing table. This time we will pause here for a couple of breaths. Inhale, exhale, hand comes down, and then your toes come down behind you. Keep the leg extended. Swing your leg out to the side, to the right side of your body, and line up the foot with your knee. And then push into your hands and come up to starting gate. Pivot your foot so that 90 degrees, so it's facing away from you. Take your right hand on your thigh, left arm by your ear. Inhale, reach up with your left arm. And as you exhale, you're going to slide your right hand down your leg and lean over. Keep the left shoulder back. This is gate pose, Padikasana. And then inhale all the way back to starting gate. Exhale, bring your hands down in front. Bring the knee back in, back to your flat back. Inhale. Exhale, left knee comes into the chest. Take the right elbow to the left knee. And then extend arm and leg, opposite arm and leg. And then retuck, bring the knee back in, touch the elbow to knee. And then extend. And then again, elbow to knee. Then extend. And again, elbow to knee. And then extend, and we'll pause here in our balancing table for a couple of breaths. Engage your abdominal muscles to balance the body. One more breath. Exhale, hand comes down, foot comes down behind you. Keep the leg extended, and then swing it out to the left. Line up the foot with your knee, and then push into your hands to come into starting gate on this side. Pivot your foot away from you. So your toes can be up. If your foot doesn't go flat on the mat, that's okay. You can keep the toes up. You can even have a slight bend in that knee. Take the left hand onto the thigh, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, we're gonna slide the left hand down the leg while we'll bring the right arm over by the ear. Bring the shoulder back. Good. And then pull all the way back up to starting gate. And then the hands come down and then the knee comes in. Bring your right foot up between your hands. And then walk your foot up and then rebend the knee a little bit so that your left quad is stretched. So your left knee is back a little bit rather than just a square box. Get light in your fingertips here. And then we're going to come into Anjani-asana. Open the shoulders, open the chest, lean back, maybe look up. Keep that front knee stable. Don't let it sway in or out. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So the left hand's going to come on the outside of the right leg. And then the right arm is going to reach way behind you as far as you can. Keep the front knee steady. Turn your head. Maybe look at the hand. And then slowly come back to center, back to your low crescent Anjani-asana. Inhale. Exhale, open arms in a T. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Now you're going to flip the right palm up this time, bring it over your head, flip the left palm so it's facing away from you, and wrap it behind your back. Keep the front knee steady. Slowly unwind. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. The knee comes in, and we'll bring the left foot forward between our hands. Walk the foot a little bit more forward so that we can rebend that knee and bring that knee over the ankle. And what that's doing is extending your right leg a little bit longer. And then come into Anjani-asana on this side. Chest open, lean back, maybe even look up. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand comes on the outside of the left thigh. Reach behind you as far as you can with your left arm. Turn your head to look behind you. Feel the opening in your shoulders. And then very slowly swing back forward, back to Anjani-asana. Reach up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Left palm flips up, comes over your head. Right palm faces away from you and wraps around your back, lower back. Unwind, come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. And then the knee comes in. Sit back to child pose briefly. Bring your arms by your sides, palms facing up. And then just make some gentle fists open and close your hands to release your wrists. Circle your wrists a little bit. And then come back to table. And do what you can here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to come into a plank pose. I know everybody can do that. But from plank pose, we're going to take the left knee and bring it toward the right elbow and then back, okay? And then right knee toward the left elbow and then back. And then again, knee to elbow, opposite knee to opposite elbow, opposite knee to opposite elbow, and then opposite knee to opposite elbow, and then pause in plank. And then we're going to put weight into the right hand as we roll onto our sides of our feet and come into a side plank with your left arm up. Push your hips up to the ceiling. Feel your obliques. Breathe. And then that hand comes down, come back to plank. Bring your knees down. Sit back to child pose briefly. And then back up to your hands and knees, back to your plank. This time we'll lead with the left knee going to the right elbow and then back, and then right knee to the left and back. Once again, opposite elbow to opposite knee, and then once again, opposite elbow to opposite knee, and left elbow to the right, left knee to the right elbow, and then pause in plank as we go onto the sides of our feet and come into side plank on the left side. And breathe. Arm comes down, knees come down. Once again, sit back to child pose. And so that you know, that's probably one of the hardest things that we're going to do in today's practice. So you can get that out of your mind now. Everything else is going to be better. Come back to table. Tuck your toes. Push up to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, walk up to the hands. And then slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then Tadasana, mountain pose. Reset the spine. Hug the belly in. Thighs rolling inward slightly. Chest is open, shoulders down. Neck is long. And now we'll do tree crunches. So here's what it's going to look like. You know what a tree pose looks like, right? This is the tree pose. In the tree pose, we're just going to bring the outside leg and elbow together and then back to tree and then side and back. So you're going to do about 10 of these at your own pace, okay? So just elbow to knee, back to tree, elbow to knee, back to tree. Keep on going. And if you fall out, don't worry about it. Just come back. And if you want to hold on to the wall, hold on to the wall. No big deal. Yeah, I've lost track. I think I've done 10. Close enough. Whenever you're finished, shake your body out. And then we'll move to the other side. So my guess is, if you're like me, you started with your easier side. So this side's going to be different. Cocking the knee out to the side, coming into your tree, and then just take your time with your side crunches. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, I think that's 10. Shake it all out. Very, very good. Okay. Now, please, we're going to go do some poses on the long side of our mat. So if you want to take a moment and if you have room to turn your mat. And then we'll step our feet apart when we get here. Toes pointing forward. And then we'll come into 5-pointed star, shoulders down, chest open, tailbone down so you're not sticking your bottom out. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring the left elbow down toward the right leg and then reach the right arm up behind you. And then slowly rise back up to your 5-pointed star. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Bend the right elbow, bring it down toward the left leg, and the left arm reaches way up behind you. And then come all the way back to 5-pointed star. Walk your heels in so that your toes are pointing outward. Bring your arms into goalpost arms, and then bring your tailbone down. So we're in goddess pose here. Think about rotating your thighs outward the whole time. So you want to try to make sure you have your knees lined up with your feet. Tailbone down, chest open. Inhale. Exhale, take the right arm onto the right thigh, left arm beside the ear, and reach. And then back to goddess. Inhale. Exhale, left arm onto the right leg. Reach with your right arm. And then back to goddess. Good. Put your hands on your hips. Straighten your legs. Walk the heels out. And then come forward from your hip crease. Bring your hands down to mat or blocks. This is a little bit of a break. Just let your body dangle here. Head relaxed. And then very slowly come back up. And return to your 5-pointed star. Pivot your right toes away from you. Bend the right knee, pick up the left heel, scoot it back about 2 inches. So you're in your warrior 2 body right now. Your arms are parallel to the ground. Think about rotating that right thigh outward. Look over your right hand. Think about having that right femur bone coming back into the hip socket. Okay, from here, we're going to take the right arm onto the thigh, left arm beside the ear into side angle. Reach, 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 reach. So you want to have a line from the tips of your left hand all the way down to the outside edge of your left foot. Keep that left shoulder back. And then pull back up to warrior 2. Turn your head to look over the right hand. And then we're going to repeat. Right arm down, left arm beside the ear into the side angle. Keep the shoulder back. And then pull up, back to your warrior 2. Turn your head. And once again, right arm down, left arm beside the ear, shoulder back. Long diagonal line from your fingertips to the outside edge of your foot. And then once again, back to warrior 2. Straighten your leg, pivot the feet forward, back to your 5-pointed star. And come from your hip crease forward with your chest all the way down for a little break here. Just relax your upper body. Okay, slowly come back up, 5-pointed star. Pivot your left toes out away from you, bend the left knee, pick up the right heel, scoot it back a little bit to your 5-pointed star. You want to make sure your front heel is lined up with your back arch. Your torso is vertical, arms parallel to the ground. Look over the middle finger of your left hand. And then the left arm comes onto the thigh as you bring your right arm over into your side angle. And then pull back up, back to warrior two, turn your head. Take a deep breath. Exhale, arm on the thigh, right arm by the ear, side angle. And then pull back, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, arm down, right arm by the ear, side angle. And then pull back to warrior two. Straighten your leg, pivot your feet forward, and then bring your arms down and step your feet together for a moment and grab a block or two blocks. And then bring them toward the back of the long side of your mat. And step in front of them back to your 5-pointed star. Pivot your right toes 90 degrees to face away from you. Pick up your left heel and scoot it back for about an inch or two. So this time we're going to come into triangle. So you're going to keep your front leg straight. You're going to shift your hips to the left and then bring your hand down to the block. So your block can go up any height that you want. And then your left arm is up to 12 o'clock. Triangle pose. Okay, now bend the right knee. Bring the arm beside the ear again, back to your side angle, but this time your hand's on the block. And then straighten the leg, come back to your triangle. Good, and then once again, bend the right knee, left arm by the ear, keep the shoulder back. And then straighten the leg back to triangle. Pull up, come back to 5-pointed star, pivot your feet forward. And come from your hip crease, forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Take a little bit of a break here. And the knees come up, 5-pointed star. Pivot left toes away from you, pick up the right heel, scoot it back. Shift your hips to the right as you reach forward with your left arm and come down to your block, any height that suits you. Triangle pose. Okay, bend the left knee, right arm beside the ear, side angle, and back to triangle. And then rebend the front knee, arm beside the ear, and then back to triangle. And then rebend the knee, arm beside the ear, and then back to triangle. Pull up with your right hand, come back to your 5-pointed star. Okay. Bring your hands down to your thighs, bend the knees and walk your heels in. And pretend you're in a football huddle here. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, we're just gonna straighten the left leg, bring our left shoulder in toward the right leg. And then back to center, inhale. Exhale, straighten the right leg, bring the right shoulder down to the left leg. And then back to center, come all the way back up. Walk your feet together. come to either side of your mat in Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold all the way down. Step back to downward facing dog. You can use your blocks here or not. I sort of like using blocks with downward facing dog. Just gives it a different perspective. And then knees come down and then back to child pose. Now you can choose here to either do a folded child with your arms beside your body, palms facing up, or extended child with your arms in front, stretched long. Slowly push back up and then come onto your backs. With knees bent and bring your arms in a T, palms facing up. Bend your knees are already bent. Bring your knees to your chest. So your feet are going to be lifted off the mat and they're going to stay there. And bring your knees together. In fact, I changed my mind. Grab a block and put it between your legs. The skinny side of the block between your thighs so that you're squeezing your legs together and keeping them together. From here, keeping your knees as close to your chest as you can, you're going to let your knees fall to the right. Keep your arms open and your shoulders open. Don't let that shoulder pop up. And only go, you may not go all the way down, that's okay. Just go as far as you can without lifting your left shoulder off the mat. And then you're going to come all the way back to center. And pause. And then you're going to keep the knees up toward your chest as you let them go to the left. As you exhale, lift your head and your shoulders. Bring your nose to your knee. Slowly roll back down. Release the leg, extend it long on the mat. One more full body stretch, arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Exhale, left knee comes into the chest. Clasp your fingers around the left knee, hug it in to your chest. Take a couple of breaths there. Now move the knee out towards your armpit so that your leg is cocked to the side. And then bring the knee back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck your chin, roll your spine up, bring the nose to the knee. Slowly roll back down. Arms overhead, full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, bring both knees in. Hug both knees into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, lift your head, shoulders, bring your forehead towards your knees. And then roll all the way back down. Bring your feet to the mat, keep your knees bent. Bring your arms in a T, walk your feet together and let your knees fall out to the sides. Bring the soles of your feet touching together for a few moments of Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose. And just allowing gravity to open up your groin area. Focus on your breath. So there are a lot of lymph nodes in the groin area, and poses like this help activate the lymph nodes, massage the lymph nodes, which are responsible for your immune system. So appreciate how this pose is helping boost your immunity. As well as opening your hips and your adductor muscles inside of your legs. In fact, most of all yoga poses help boost immunity because pretty much every yoga pose touches on some of the lymph nodes in your body to trigger them. Okay, bring your knees back together. Lengthen them long on the mat, your legs, and then come into your Shavasana. A well-deserved Shavasana. Focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing. Relax your legs. Relax your arms. Soften your belly and your chest. Release all the tension in your body, especially the shoulders, the neck, and the jaw. Relax all your facial features. And I'm going to share with you a poem that Laura Clark gave me today. And I just love it. This is by Henry Scott Holland, 1847 to 1918. And it's called Death is Nothing at All. This is beautiful. Death is nothing at all. Death is nothing at all. I have only slipped away into the next room. I am I, and you are you. Whatever we were to each other, that we still are. Call me by my old familiar name. Speak to me in the easy way which you always used. Put no difference in your tone. Wear no forced air of solemnity or sorrow. Laugh as we always laughed at the little jokes we shared together. Let my name ever be the household word that it always was. Let it be spoken without effect, without the trace of a shadow on it. Life means all that it ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There is unbroken continuity. Why should I be out of mind because I'm out of sight? I am waiting for you for an interval, somewhere very near, just around the corner. All is well. Let your thoughts float by like fluffy clouds. Let them pass. And if the clouds come again, acknowledge them and let them go again. They'll be there later for you. Enjoy a few moments of inner bliss. Please bring your awareness back to your breathing and deepen your breathing as you make gentle movements with your hands and your feet to wake up the body. And then please bend your knees and roll on to your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And then please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. Jai Yogis.